It was tough March.
Your Bitcoin took a hit over the weekend, right?
Yeah, it did.
Your Bitcoin took a hit. Went down like 15%.
Yeah, but I got funds, IRAs, bonds.
You got somebody bonded in your house?
Call this city council meeting to order on Monday, April 19th. Roll call.
Mayor Anderson, Troy Boone,
Here.
Gerald Delaney,
Here.
Troy Doden,
Present.
Art Shaw,
Yes.
Teresa Slaney, here, and Mike Keevan.
Here. All right, you have a copy of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Just under discussion items, we want to update on the, both the restrooms that are coming in, the Velo Park and the golf course.
Committee reports. Jerry.
It's under your business.
He put it under new business. All in there, yeah. So,
All right. I have a motion to accept the amended agenda. Second. Motion's been made and seconded to adopt the amended agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Approve the minutes from the April 5th, 2020 council meeting. 2021, I'm sorry.
Move to approve the minutes from the April 5th, 2021 meeting.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes from the April 5th, 2021 council meeting. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Visitors to be heard. Chris Anderson, tractor pull for the old fashioned weekend.
Yeah. I was just here to kind of just make sure it was all right for us to use the saddle club again this year. Last year it was a good turnout. We're planning on doing it again. As long as everybody's all right with us using the saddle club again. It was a good year. We'll plan on doing it again.
And the date is, Chris?
The 31st or 30th of July. Excuse me.
Friday, July.
Yep.
Mike
Mike Swain.
Anderson. Do you have stuff on there still?
No, I don't think so. Or well, maybe he does have some trouble.
pretty much pull out of there.
Yeah. It wasn't much last time I drove on this stuff.
Yeah.
We need to do the burnout. Saturday night.
And just so the council knows, Chris, you carry insurance too for that.
Yes, yeah, we will carry insurance like we did last year. And it was good. Nobody got no bad things happen. It was all good. So, yep, the insurance on it. So.
So, do they list us as an additional insured?
Yep, we did
They
that.
just get that to Elaine sometime before event.
I think you did.
We talked about it.
Yeah, I know I talked about it, yep. So, but I will.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. Chris?
Yeah, thank you guys, appreciate it.
We need
Need a motion on that?
I think I would.
Probably would.
What's the official name of the club or group?
They just Beresford track pull. That's all I do.
So Doug moves to approve the Beresford tractor pull to use the saddle club grounds for the tractor pull on Friday, July 30th.
Second.
Include the required insurance.
Under the conditions that they provide proof of insurance prior to the event.
Shot second. Good job. That's what we got here tonight. You're doing a great job.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve use of the saddle club for Friday, July 30th to the Beresford Tractor Pull Association with insurance included. Any more discussion? How many days do you need the saddle club for prep?
Like usually a week before is all I need.
That need to be part of the amended motion for that. No. Okay.
That's usually all we use it. Use it for, week before.
Cool.
Get things ready.
All right.
Sounds good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right, moving on. Number 6, department head bids. administrative reports. Elaine Johnson, Finance Officer.
So the election is officially over, and you as council members are the board of canvassers. So if you would review the poll book and sign the official canvas sheet. And then
Need a motion on that?
you will need a motion.
So I have the official canvas sheet in front of me for the April 13th, 2021 City Council election. And the results are William Roque received 65 votes and Benjamin Fallberg received 44 votes for the Ward 2 council seat that's available. Are there any more questions or discussion? So we just need a motion to approve the canvas sheet.
Sean, go ahead.
So I make a motion to approve the 2021 election, municipal election results.
Dolden second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the 2021 official canvas results. Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for that. And Elaine is next.
Okay.
Financial reports.
So at your place setting is a copy of the March financial report. Some of the out of the ordinary expenses that came through in March. Todd Hansen officially retired, and so his vacation, sick, and early retirement were all paid out. That was a little over $26,000. We paid HydroClean for the manhole reconstruction, which was $50,000, which you'll probably see why the sewer fund is a lot lower. For the east substation, we paid out $128,550. And for the fiber to the home project, we paid out $77,843. That was March, yeah, pretty much.
So when do we, like with the fiber to the home, we're not doing a bond on that. The monies that we're paying for that are coming from different funds. When do we, just when it's complete, then we're gonna make transfers to make this line?
So our $1 million CD matured on the 13th of April. So I went and cashed that in, and that is in the account right now underneath the telephone fund.
Okay, so next month is completely different.
Yep, so there's about $72,000 in interest on that $1 million CD. So you'll see that in April, and you'll see the turnaround.
We
Okay.
haven't heard yet if we get any additional grant money.
I'll let Austin
Okay.
speak on that.
Yes, we were denied for the
Okay.
grant money. Reasoning they just said we've already given you money for that. So they want to give it to somebody else. Plus, the electronics for office basically said that at this time they are not giving any money out for any office equipment, electronics, whatever it may be. We weren't the only ones who tried to for that electronics equipment. And their main goal, what I was told, was we want fiber to everybody's houses, and that's what we want to spend the money on.
I got a question. Chrissy Nolan's office had $100 million for rural. Do you try, we don't have any rural in Beresford, is that the trick or is that the agenda? Because she was passing out quite a bit in Sioux Falls.
So what's the question?
We couldn't get none of that at all. The $100 million?
That's what we tried to get some of that money,
Right.
and then we were denied
Oh,
because we had already received some money for the first our first grant.
oh, and then they said that covered that.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
I am preparing the final paperwork for the fourth payment of that GOED grant too. That, what did we say, May 15th?
It said
they wanted it?
June 15th.
June 15th.
Yes.
But, yeah.
We're still trying to clarify that.
Yeah.
It's not stated anywhere in our
Agreement.
grant agreement. Yeah, that is June 15th for invoices. So.
Any more questions for anything on the financials? Can I have a motion to accept the March financials for 2021?
Bruin moves to accept the financial statement for March 2021.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded for, March 2021 financial reports. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you.
So it is that time of the year that we approve the retail on and off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license renewals for starting July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. In your council packet, I had listed the business name, the license number, and then the fee. All of the operating agreements, fees, and applications have been turned in. Very, very timely this year. Very timely. I'm so very happy. We're actually ahead of the game by 2 weeks, so.
So I need a motion on it? Should I make a motion for the retail on and off malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine licenses as Elaine stated? We gotta list every name or what? It's in the packet. For July 21st till July 22nd,
No,
is that right?
July 1,
July 1,
2021 through June 30, 2022.
June 30,
2022.
2022.
Motion's been made and second to accept the, for the retail off sale malt beverage and South Dakota wine, farm wine license renewal with the dates of July 1st of 2021 through June 30th, 2022. Any more discussion?
That $300 fee, is that set by the state or us?
So $150 of it stays here, and then $150 goes to the state. But yeah, that is set by us. It's the minimum
It's always been 300.
for as long as I can remember.
The whole liquor's 1,200?
Different because
Is there a limit on the number of these that we can issue?
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Elaine. Jerry, city administrator report.
I want to give you guys an update on the American Rescue Plan. That's some of the stimulus money that's already been distributed to a lot of individuals and families, but the city will be getting some additional money. And right now it's about $171.74 per person. So it's $344,514. That'll come in 2 separate payments, it sounds like, this year, with one payment coming 60 days after the state actually gets their funds. They have to give it out within 60 days. Ours comes through the state. It doesn't come directly from the federal government. So we can use that for a variety of things, similar to what we did last year, but it looks like this year we can use it for water, sewer, and broadband infrastructure projects also. So, I mean, we'll probably just use it to pay our police officers as we have in the past, because that 344 will take care of all of our police officers, and then we can choose to redirect some of those funds to other areas. That might make some sense.
How much was it?
344,514. And every city got the same based on their population, so.
It has to be used for something, and safety is one, so
Yeah.
just stick it there.
Yeah, that would be easiest, wouldn't it?
It's just a paper trail.
Easiest for us to track over 2 years for sure.
Okay.
Rather than trying to say we're gonna get so much to this project, and that project. Let you guys take your other funds and redirect them to something else.
Going into our infrastructure, water, sewer, and broadband.
Yeah.
That would not include that payoff to Lewis and Clark, because that's not infrastructure.
No. Well,
Okay.
there may be there's some other funds that'll become available for just specifically water, sewer, and broadband infrastructure. They don't have all the rules and regulations worked out yet, but we're hoping that we can use that on the extension of 7th Street all the way to the school. So we'll see if that plays out. So that should fall in about the same time we're working on that project to get some funding, so.
But we're just doing this for public safety because that's the smart way to do it.
Easiest way for us to track it, absolutely.
Would it be feasible to use some of that money to help with our sewers too? at some
But,
point?
yeah, you could use that, and we're hoping that there's some other funding that might come
The
up.
money that we don't, budgeted money we don't spend in the police department
Right.
would stay in the general fund.
For the extension of 7th Street, because that's gonna be a fairly expensive project, so.
What are the odds there's gonna be more funds available later in the year?
Probably not for
that.
this, not for the direct payments to the cities,
Okay,
but more for the other, you're gonna apply for them, and, like I said, the infrastructure grant will be something we can apply for.
okay.
So, and that could be, billions of dollars that are gonna be out there for stuff. But it's gonna be competitive, I'm sure.
Right.
So if you have a project that's ready to roll, you probably have a better chance. But those funds would have to be used up by 2024 is what I understand.
Okay.
But I guess I'm thinking of budget, we would still budget for these expenses, this is just income that the general fund would get, so we wouldn't have to do like as much transfers.
Right. Okay, however you wanna do it, like we did last year, we just didn't transfer as
Right.
much. We let those departments keep the funds in their own department, because we drained them pretty much last year to pay for the projects. Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
There's no old business, so we'll move into new business, transfer lots 1 and 2, block 6, Bridges second edition from the city to the Beresford Economic Development Court.
I put a warranty deed there, together for us, we can get that approved, but those 2 parcels, which I put the plat there, are parcels that Bedco purchased. They were kept in the city's name for tax purposes. We didn't want to give them back to Bedco, so that this will eventually be transferred over to the Housing Redevelopment Commission as part of that 6th Street, or 7th Street, improvements, and then, developing that 6.5 extra acres there into some single and multi-family housing. So, that's the first step, to do that.
And Bedco's, the deal with the HRC is they've got 3 lots out by Randy Henderson storage units there on 16th or 17th, whatever that is, 17th Street.
17.
They're gonna swap those with HRC, so there's some value going back to Bedco to offset the trade of lands. But both boards have approved that, subject to city approval, and you need to authorize the council president to execute the deed in the mayor's absence.
So we need a motion? Shall I make a motion to transfer lots 1 and 2, block 6, Bridges second edition from city to Beresford Economic Development or the Jerry signed stated.
And authorize the president of the council. Authorize the president of the council to sign it on behalf of the city.
Authorize the president of the council to sign the paperwork.
Motion's been made and seconded to, transfer lots 1 and 2 of block 6, Bridges second edition from the city to the Beresford Economic Court with the president signing. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Beresford Community Outreach for Youth and Family Subsidy Drawdown. You have a copy in your packet as well.
Board moves to approve the payment for the subsidy of $2,500 to the Beresford Community Outreach for Youth and Families.
Shall second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the $2,500 subsidy drawdown for the Beresford Community Outreach and Youth Family. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Full-time telephone tech 1 hire for BMTC. Austin?
Just like to recommend hiring John Ganshaw to fill the vacant telephone tech 1 position. And I'd like to start him at $9.14 an hour with 8% of the pay scale.
How much did you say per hour?
$9.14.
19.
Or $19.14.
That's a minimum wage.
Whoa! We're tightened up over the phone office.
$19.14, sorry.
You may not come.
Yeah, you might not.
Alright.
Is that the normal
Yeah,
scale?
we've talked, yeah. We have 3 applications, and I interviewed them all 3 of them, so.
And where's he from?
He lives in town here.
Oh, okay.
He Originally, I think it was from Wakanda, and then moved down, a few years ago.
Okay.
Is there a motion to accept the recommendation?
How do you spell it?
GANSCHOW.
So Doug moves to approve the recommended hire for the Beresford telephone tech one to be John Ganshaw at the wage of $19.14 per hour, which is 80% of the starting scale, as Austin stated.
Boone will second that one.
All right, motion's been made for the
Good job.
full-time telephone tech one, to see John Ganshaw at the starting wage of $19.14 per hour. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Thank you, Austin.
You guys.
Next item is part-time hires for the liquor store. Jerry, do you have that?
Yeah, I do. Dayton Sox is no longer working over there. It was last week sometime, and Brian Iverson will be on a 2 month. He takes 2 months off this year to help with the farming and stuff like that, so he's gonna be gone for a couple months. So we have Holly Tyburek, Tyburec. Want me to slow that one down? Tyburec, her first name's Holly. And Jack Fitzgerald, we'd like to start both of them at $9.45 an hour, so. To replace those two.
9:45 or 19:45?
9.
Boone moves to hire the 2 people that Jerry's hiring started
At the rate.
at the rate that Jerry said, 9:45 an hour.
Motion's been made and seconded for the part-time hires for the liquor store, Holly Tribeck and Jack Fitzgerald, starting wages at $9.45 per hour. Any more questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Thanks for your time.
Next item is the seasonal and part-time employee wage scale. Rory, you have
Committee met, this evening. We met after the last meeting, and Jerry, texted Jerry with getting us some more info and doing a survey of some surrounding communities, and we had another committee meeting this evening. And the committee came back with some recommendations, and some adjustments to our current, part-time seasonal wage scale. So here's where we're at. The grounds and maintenance, our recommendation is to start that scale at $1 over minimum wage or $10.45 per hour. Recycling and landfill, another $1, $11.35 per hour. Custodian, after some discussion, we thought it would be more in lines with the maintenance and repair. So that would increase the starting wage there at $12.15.
$12.35.
$12.35, I'm sorry. Pool lifeguard, the starting wage for certified lifeguards, $11 per hour. And then also adjust the scale for pool attendant to be in lockstep with seasonal help, to have the yearly step increase instead of just locked in at the same rate forever. So by doing so, we're hoping to attract more applicants, more competitive wage. Also feel like by leaving the wage gap between the attendant and the certified lifeguards, hopefully will inspire some of those attendants to want to get certified and be a lifeguard, and give us more applicants, more flexibility with the scheduling if we've got more workers on the roster. So that's our recommendation. We're asking for the full council support on that. So,
And we did discuss possibly a bonus at the end of the summer We didn't settle on a value of it, but we talked about either 50 cents or $1 an hour for every hour that they worked throughout the whole summer, if they stayed till the very end.
That'd probably be part of a continuing discussion on the next line item, but we did conference Greg in and talked a little bit about that. I think it's important that we keep our $3 million pool open to Labor Day if we can, and if we have to offer some incentive for some of these kids to put in some extra effort and stay after sports practices start. And even if it's coming back from Vermillion on the weekend, so we can have the pool open on the weekends after college starts, whatever we gotta do. Offer a bonus or some kind of incentive.
You make a motion for seasonal part-time employees wage scales in Troy, Doden stated, and a bonus.
No, don't go there.
Okay,
Nothing's been settled.
Okay. So we get it straight. Armstrong makes a motion for seasonal part-time employees wage scale as Troy Doden stated it for the wage scale only.
Do we need to read those wages off again, or?
I think he read them, so.
Okay, so we're good? We're good. I'll second that.
Yeah.
Motion has been made and seconded for the seasonal part-time employee wage scale change as been stated already. Any more discussion?
The only question I would have is like with the custodial ones, when is that effective? Because those are current employees, not starting seasonal.
I would say immediately across the board. Some of the ground staff is probably starting over 82, so we need to do it immediately.
Also, we are retaining our part-timers more than 5 years. We expand the scale 10 to 12 years.
Bring that up next time we, not right now, I would say.
Valid point.
One step at a time, yeah.
So the pay will start immediately starting this paycheck or next paycheck.
Whenever.
Do we need an amendment to
Comfortable with it.
do we need to amend the motion?
Doug moves to amend the motion to begin the new wage scale effective at the beginning of the next pay period.
So that started today.
Well, I said next pay period, I guess, so let's, not knowing that,
Okay.
effective today.
Shot second.
All right. So we have an amended motion. Thanks for making it difficult. We have an amended motion on the floor for immediate start of the pay increase at the next
Pay period started today.
today. Immediate. So we need to vote on that first.
Vote on the amendment.
Correct.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The amendment passes. So now we can vote on the original motion for the increase wage scale as stated for the seasonal and part-time employees.
You voted on the amended motion.
The original motion as amended.
As amended. Okay. Thanks for making it difficult.
Sorry.
Yeah, it'll be reflected in the minutes.
We need to know when they were effective.
All right, so the amended motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The amended motion carries. Thank you. Seasonal hire for the swimming pool and parks, is it Greg or Jerry or?
Yeah, Greg can help in here. I think we provided a list of all those earlier. Obviously with the new pay scale, those wages would all be adjusted to those new levels. We kind of anticipated that, but these would have been the 2021 pay schedule if you guys did not make those recent changes. So we'll make all those needed changes. The only thing we were questioning, I guess, in our committee meeting was the need for manager, two co-managers or a manager and assistant manager, and we wanted to kind of bounce that off you again before we made a decision on which way you thought you want to go with that. Now you probably had a little more time to think about it, so.
Right. Yeah, I just want to be able to get both of these people as many hours as they want. You know, if they want to put in the hours, I want them to come and work. It'd just be juggling the two hours, I guess. I don't know if we could do maybe one manager works the morning one week and then the other during the night that week, and then, bounce back and forth? Or else do we just want a manager and then an assistant manager? I guess the assistant manager role, I guess in my mind, would just, they'd be getting paid a little less to almost do the same exact thing as the manager's doing. So that was kind of my thought on having two managers at first. But anything, what do you guys think?
When we were talking wages, you had a recommended starting wage on there for your managers. And since we're bumping the scale up, our thought was, is if you had a manager, assistant manager, the recommended wages from the committee might be $14 and $12.50.
Okay.
If you had co-managers, we were thinking the wage for each, since it's going to be equal duties, would be $13. Just because you had so much money, so we're splitting it in half.
Yeah.
Which would be about the equivalent of the 14 and 12.50. It would average out to 13 and a quarter, but in that same neighborhood. So when we approve these hires, and maybe you want to wait on that one until the next meeting if you want to think about it some more. But if you're going to do co-managers, then we need to approve them at the same wage.
Right.
If we're going to do manager, assistant manager, it's going to be two different wages because one's going to have more responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
And neither one was manager last year, right? They both knew the position.
Yeah. Sydney's, she knows what she's doing, and Kate's a super fast learner. But when we talked, I'd probably, if we did do the manager and the assistant, I'd probably have Sydney the manager and then Kate the assistant manager, just because Sydney's had way more experience at the pool. So I would like to, if I could, I'd really maybe like to think about that a little bit more, talk with both of them and see what they think and what they're willing to take on as far as everything. Do you want to share it? Do you not? What do you?
We'll strike those off. The Sydney, Boone and Kate Sally, remove them and we'll put them on next time.
Or we could approve the hire.
I just wait.
We'll just wait.
I'll just wait.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna move forward with just the approval of the
Attendants and lifeguards, only not the managers.
So we need a motion to accept the hires without the two managers positions at this time.
Do we need the names read off, or?
I don't think so.
I think just the list.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the part-time hires as recommended by Greg.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the seasonal hires for the swimming pool and parks, as recommended by Greg. Any more discussion?
I just got one question. You mentioned that bonus, are we talking the pool for the bonus, I mean, a later date, or?
I think the committee has to decide.
Yeah. We can decide that.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Greg will need to put on that too.
Well, it sounds like a good idea, because if they stay all year, it gives them incentive to stay.
That's the whole point of it, yeah.
All in favor?
Alright.
Opposed? That motion carries. Next item is the liquor store manager, Maverick Iverson, to consider removal from probation period and wage review. Is there a committee member that wants to talk, or Jerry?
You want to do it?
Troy, do you want to talk to
What do you want to do it?
Well, since we're talking about performance issue in his review, that should probably be done in executive session. We can only talk about wages in an open forum here. We can't talk about our actual.
But we could make the recommendation to take them off of probation and pay increase. Or do you want to discuss?
Boone makes a motion to enter executive session to talk about probation status. On personnel.
Motion's been made and seconded to enter return to executive session for personnel.
All in favor?
Aye.